Hello Clashers, my name's Josh and welcome back to Pyro's Circus. Today we're going to be doing the Queen Charge into Hog Miner Hybrid. But before we get started, go ahead and send a Super Pika over and let her slash her way through the like, subscribe, and bell icon so you're notified when I drop my next video. For this kind of attack, you're going to want to use your Queen to take out an entire corner of the base to make a funnel for your Hogs and Miners. You're going to want to locate the enemy Queen, the CC, and try to plan out a way to get to one of the Inferno towers if possible. If the Infernos are set on single, your Hogs and Miners can usually deal with them quickly. Right here, we're going to lead off with the Queen and healers and use some wizards to create funneling for our Queen. Usually I like to use a baby dragon, but I was completing a challenge and had to use 7 wizards. We made it work in the end, but right here the enemy Queen targets us, so raid your healers. Now, once the Queen makes up her mind to go north, that tells us when to drop our wall breakers. Now the defenses target her, so now the wall breakers can sneak their way in. Sometimes you'll want to send in a wall breaker on a little Sui mission to make sure there are not any traps before dropping the rest. We added a Pika to our Queen, just to provide a little tanking for her and the other wizards we dropped. Right here's important. You want to drop the siege barracks before you get to around 90 seconds left in the attack. The most common fail in this attack is a time fail. If you look over to the right, you'll see we dropped a Coco Loon, and that's to try to find any air mines to protect your healers. The siege barracks is letting out a bunch of wizards and a Pika, and they're going to clean up all the trash along the top side of the base. Now that the Queen is almost finished down there with the wizard tower, she's going to step up. And right about now is a good time to add the jump to give her access to that Inferno. I'm going to do my best to try to guide you guys through this attack, but it's kind of hard with it being on 2 separate sides of the base. I have to keep it zoomed out. Here comes the Hogs. Now, when the Hogs start coming into the Inferno, if they're targeted by several things, you want to add a heal. Try to drop it to where it protects them from bomb towers, giant bombs, and sometimes you'll even have to use it to get through a Barb King. He can do a lot of damage to those Hogs. As your Queen steps up, you need to be ready to rage, use your freeze, and your ability. Right here, I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, so the Inferno has 3 phases. The first phase is a small beam. It gets a little bigger in phase 2, and phase 3 will wipe out your Queen in a heartbeat. So when your Queen gets targeted, before the Inferno gets too hot, you'll want to freeze it. And then you're going to want to use your Queen's ability when she starts going down. You'll also want to raid your healers. In this case, I didn't really need to, but I went in and did it anyway. If you look on the left side of the base, you'll see where I used the other heal when we were going through that heated area. But now there's not much left. All the bomb towers are down. And the Queen and Hogs and Miners are going to merge together and finish off what's left. Now, if the giant bombs were there, we would have been just fine. From where the Queen did proper funneling, the Hogs and Miners would have went all the way around it. If they did get wiped out right there at the end, that's no problem because your Queen's still at full health. I hope that this video has helped you guys out. The reason we didn't use the poison was because there were no CC troops. If there's anything I can do better in my videos, please let me know in the comments below because there's nothing that makes me happier than having you guys here and you guys happy. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you soon here at Pyro's Circus. Thanks for watching, and clash on, my friends.